Hey everyone, Greg Jones for Engine Builder. We are here at day 3 of Sick Week, Gainesville, Florida. Walking around the parking lot and saw this, had to stop. Jesse Madaffari was kind enough to give us some time this morning. This is his 1975 John Deere rat rod with a 496 big block Chevy, and it's our Engine of the Week.
Engine Builder's Engine of the Week is sponsored by Pengrade, Precision Performance Pengrade, always the original green oil. Elring DOS Original, leading technology, leading service. And NPW and Engine and Performance Warehouse, for all your parts needs.
Jesse, thanks again for giving us some time this morning to talk.
No problem.
This thing is awesome and just had to know more about it. So if you could, walk us through kind of how this got put together, you know, how the whole build came about, and of course we want to know some details about the engine.
This was something, man, been floating in my head for, I guess, 7-8 years now.
Yeah.
I substitute teaching. I was in Photoshop one time, and a kid, we were looking, I gave him freedom, just go find something on the internet. Of course, they knew I was John Deere, and they came up with, somebody had built a little parade vehicle, used a 40/20 cab, and I looked and I went, and I noticed it didn't have a bar, so I knew it couldn't be fast.
Sure.
I thought, somebody needs to do a real one of those. and so the dream started, and I was originally going to put it on I had an old C20 truck, a parts truck for my square body.
Yeah.
And I was going to use that frame and try to cut it out and all that. And of course, my buddies out here said, that's dumb. You know, start with something else. So it's a, I think 82 S15.
Okay.
7520 John Deere cab.
Yeah, and you were telling me that you actually
I actually worked on that tractor when it was in the field.
Yeah.
And they weren't good tractors. They're dry clutch, and anyway, the farmer got as much out of it as he could.
Sure.
And salvaged it out to the local salvage dealer in South Texas, Grove Brothers, and I knew it was there. So whenever the idea came up, I got a hold of Grove and I said, that cab's still out? He said, I don't know. And the next time I was down visiting my parents, I went out there and started, he just said, oh, yeah, whatever you find's yours.
Right.
I started tramping around, and it was against the fence. The sunflowers were, it had a tree growing up through the roof. I mean, it was a mess.
Yeah.
But I got to it, and I looked and I went, that's it. And I found an old burnt 4450 tractor hood, real ratted out.
Yeah.
And he's like, you want those? I'm like, yeah, those are the ones I want right there.
Yeah.
And so he had his guys cut the trees to get them out, and that's where that one started.
That's awesome.
I got home, and my wife looked at it and went, what did you do? And she's in charge of the purdy, so she made me paint it and make it look, that's the graphics by Mimi. She's made it look like that. The stickers she puts on to try to match the square body that I've done drag week with all these years.
Very good. That's super cool. Super cool that's how the dream started here. And of course, you got the 496, as you mentioned. Tell us a little bit about what you got inside of that.
Yeah, that's got a scat crank, scat rods, PRI pistons on it. I think with these heads, it's 10-2.
Yeah.
So it's real easy on the street. Of course, the heads are aluminum, so this engine was in the square body, and I freshened it up once a couple of years ago. It has, best guess, about 80,000, between 70 and 80,000 on it.
Yeah.
I've gone through a couple of cams. It's roller cam. The one in it now is a Cam Dynamics, Chris McNeely,
Okay.
one of the hot rodders,
Yeah.
had it on the shelf, and he said, "It's yours if you want it." And I threw it in, and I love it. It's, I can't remember the duration, but the lift is right at 680, so it's easy on the bow train. It makes more low-end power than any cam I've ever had in it, and it sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Well, maybe you're willing to start it up for us at some point.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. And then I think you mentioned you got some crane valve.
Yeah,
crane
the
parts.
whole top end is crane, stud girdle and everything, the roller rockers, and of course Howard's roller lifter, solid. It's all mechanical.
Very good.
And it has. I still have the square body. I've set it up now for towing. As soon as I get a trailer built, it'll be pulling this on the trailer.
Okay.
But this is my daily driver that's 50 degrees or better.
Yeah.
So I drive it everywhere.
Yeah. Very good.
You can't drive it and not smile.
Right.
I mean,
yeah,
it's
I
a
would
blast
imagine.
to be in it.
And then talk a little bit about the oiling setup that you got in here.
I actually, in drag racing, you try to keep oil from getting to the top. But in these drag and drives, the killer is the valve springs. And I found out a long time ago, if you get oil up there, that helps keep everything cool. My seat pressure, I hope I'm not fibbing on this, I think is about 160, 165. Okay. And with the 680 lift, I don't have to worry about coil bind on it. Yeah. I am running just the double springs, not triples. Okay. I used to run triples, but that was just a little overkill on the street. Yeah. I don't take it up. I try to keep it, 6 and below. Yeah. So I'm not real stupid with it. And that oil helps keep everything cool. Right. I don't even want to say this in a way, but since I've gone to this type of oiling, full, high volume, and, I haven't had any spring problems. Yeah, that's great. That's great. So it's about as bulletproof as I think I can get it. Yeah, that's awesome. And John, you mentioned you're running in the C class here for Sick Week. So it sounded like you're anywhere from potentially being down around 10 seconds to 12 seconds, somewhere in there. Right. You don't have the cage, and doesn't sound like you really want to go there. No, that 10-0 is my goal. Yeah. The old truck, which had everything on this is identical to the truck, so I can interchange it. Yeah. The old truck had this same setup. It had run 1230s, but it was 4860 without me. Yeah. This thing is, I think, 3260 or 3240 or something like that with me in it. Yeah. So 250, that's me. Right. Right. So I've got some. I'll put it on the bottle. Yeah. It's built for that too. The weak link right now is a converter. This thing is running exactly what my old truck did. Yeah. At 5,000 pounds, and I'm basically doing first and second. Yeah. Just kind of coasting through the quarter. Right. Right. And
just having a good time out here.
Having a good time. And that's what this, that's what this really is all about. Absolutely.
And tell the folks a little bit about how much horsepower this thing potentially puts out.
According to with the Wallace racing and all that, when this setup was in the truck and what is turning weight-wise and all that, it was in the 724. It's never been on the dyno. I put it on the dyno once, blew the transmission up, so I didn't get numbers there. Yeah. But it should be in that ballpark, something according to the little charts. Yeah. Yeah. So, awesome. We'll see.
Well, Jesse, again, really appreciate you giving us some of your time this morning. This thing is awesome. It's super unique. And like you said, puts a smile on everybody's faces that sees it. So again, we appreciate it. Guys, make sure you check out Engine Builder for more engine content. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.